there was 5 alive, like the drink, but now there's only 4, nigga. You should think before you want a war, nigga. Roll with travelers, I'm a tour, nigga.
And I ain't scared of any nigga, I'll roll up in anything. I love Mac 10s and shotguns, but this time I'll bring the spinner.
Well, I'll go on to the world or not. I haven't really made a video on real life situations that a lot of you man have been dealing with recently. It's kind of where my channel started off, so I'm gonna bring it back a little bit. You man like this shit anyway, so I'm gonna get into it and give you some source on a couple things that you could be facing here and there in your life. Before we get into the video, please leave a like or subscribe, share this to anybody that's gonna benefit from this, and comment down below anything that you man need help on, and I'll get to in the next video. Alright, sign up to my Patreon down below. I'm gonna be uploading regularly on that. We're gonna be talking about grooming. Yeah, it's something that when it happens first hand to you, you're not gonna see it as grooming. A lot of orders, they need to groom youths to expand their network, expand their income, all of that. They're gonna recruit soldiers and shit to try and get their P's up. They're gonna send you OT, they're gonna have you work in the ends or whatever you want, yeah, whatever they want. If you are vulnerable, you've seen bare man in the ends making P's of shotting and that, so you have an idea as a kid that you wanna get into this shit and have that type of lifestyle, have that type of income. That's how you actually get into it. You yourself wants to get into it. You're not being groomed. It's psychologically grooming you to do what they want, but at first it's just what you want, innit? I've had a couple situations where bad man come up to me shouting yay and they're trying to show me I got this, I got that, flexing bare quid on the floor, and they were driving nice whips and so, you know, everyone's seen that. Most people have had that situation where an order's come up to you and they try to flex it and they're like, oh, come work for me, you know, take my number, I'll pattern you up, all of that. A lot of things that will have you thinking an hour later, next day later, you're thinking, oh shit, should I take this route? Should I take this leap and go through it and see what I want? If you are a victim of that bullshit, then it's your own fault. But there is a lot of situations where some man will put you on the spot. You'll feel like you don't have a choice, and it kind of will get a bit violent if you don't listen to these men. They're olders, they're just gonna fuck with you. Different types of people out there. Some man flex on you and give you an option, but then there's other man that will pressure you. They'll be like, oh yeah, you know, I see you doing well for yourself, you're doing good at school, you're doing good at this, blah blah blah, you know what I mean? They'll try and make your life feel like you're not doing much compared to what they can provide for you. They'll sell you this big picture. You'll know what's going on, you're gonna be like, nah, I'm not on it, man, I'm not trying to get into that. And then they'll try to pressure you, they'll be like, oh nah man, I want you to do this. And the kids get in a situation where they can't get out of it, and they're forced to go out OT, they're forced to start running their line and all that stuff. There's some ways to avoid it, yeah? These certain men that pressure you, they'll come across that they have good intentions at first. If you don't like agree with them, then it gets along. But at the end of the day, if that does happen, don't be fearful. Start thinking you have to get involved in this shit. Just come man is getting all mad and shit. If you do become a runner and you get groomed, there could be issues where you don't know how to handle yourself. You don't know how to handle the shit you're shot in. You'll get caught by feds, you'll get robbed, you'll lose it. Or if you're on that type of wave, you might smoke all the shit you're getting, or you might use all the shit you're getting, whatever. A lot of people don't have a lot of discipline, and when they're kids and that and they're exposed to this stuff, it tends to get a bit mad, innit? And if you end up doing that, running for someone else, and you can't handle the things I just listed, it's gonna get long, innit? There is a lot of people that have tortured kids. They've done a lot of bad shit to try to pattern them up and make sure you're getting their money. So instead of thinking about the flashy shit they're flexing to you, remind that they could be someone that will put you in danger if you don't follow the rules they give you, or if you don't give them the money that you owe them. You can avoid all of this if you stick away from crowds like that. You stick away from friends that are more likely to get groomed, more likely to have a mindset that wants to get into that in the future, or they're trying to do it right now. They'll most likely always have elders around them that are looking for more little youths to try to get involved in their lines and stuff, innit? So if you're serious about, you know, patterning up and getting shit done your way, following your dreams, your goals, you're not trying to get on the wrong path, focus on that shit yourself. Be in a circle with men that are doing the same thing, that have the same goals, the same opinions, the same similar path. You don't want to be involved with men that will put you in the wrong direction. I've been there, you've probably been there, your friends have probably been there. It's not like oh, I'm just gonna avoid them. It's not that type of thing, innit? Sometimes you're gonna be friends with people that you were friends with a long time, but they've changed their mentality, they've changed their path, and you're just trying to stick with them. But you doing that is just gonna bring you down. So just watch who you chill with. When you're in the ends and you see others trying to do this stuff and they're trying to get you on, you need to realize that if you get involved, I've just listed the shit that could happen to you, innit? And it's not a straight path. It's not so easy like, oh, I'm just gonna do this, do that, flip that, my pee and get out and I'll be calm. You're gonna have bullshit problems, things gonna happen, you could get locked up, you could get shit happen to you. You don't need to be out fucking about, getting pressured by these man. You don't need to be in circles that are leading towards that path. You don't need to be in an environment where there's always like some type of bullshit happening. Stop comparing yourself to man that are making pure shotting and making pure F or whatever it is. You as someone that being in an environment where everything is poverty, there's a bare struggle going around, and that's all you know since a kid, you will naturally go towards that shit. No matter how dangerous it is, no matter the risk, no matter where you can end up, you're just gonna go for that. You're always gonna want the best out of your life, and if you think that path is something that you can get it quick and you're impatient because you've been in an environment where you've always been broke and everyone around you has always been struggling, always been doing these things to try and get out of it, you need to try to cut that mindset out of your head. It's a draw out. You will get drawn out if you carry on thinking like that. Stick to what you want to do, stick to your path. You need to cut out any friendship group circles that will draw you into this kind of lifestyle. You need to stay away from any man that's trying to recruit youngers to hop in their line and stuff and work for them. You just gotta focus on your own shit. That doesn't always go the way you want it to go. There are always gonna be certain men that will just step on your toes and try to get you into this stuff. Right? Don't be the youth that wants to get into it. Don't be the youth that gets pressured into it, and don't be that youth that thinks that it's the only way to get what you want in life. It is a quick video on that, but I feel like this is such a common thing that a lot of youths is dealing with right now. When it happens, they don't realise it's happening. They just want to get into it and make their money. Down the line, they're probably doing this shit to other kids when they're older. To start focusing on what you want to do, yeah? You can't be chilling out here, being in areas where you think managers just propping up and trying to get man. But I've been walking around doing my own thing and shotting and that. Even when I'm like older, I have older olders trying to get me on when I'm doing my own thing. So know what's being done to you when it's happening. Yeah, you'll get carried away thinking, this done is nice. It's just trying to help me out and that. It comes like that, innit? If you are pressured and sent somewhere, life like that is long. There's not really much you could do. If you are, some kids are kidnapped, you know, like it's common in you saying that someone's missing and that, but that's their own doing. Yeah, a lot of kids, that's their own doing, that's their own choice. They'll go missing, they'll be off school, they'll be shot and they'll be making pee, they'll come back a couple of weeks later. There's a lot of different situations where kids will actually be taken and sent, and they'll have to be forced to do this shit. Yeah, most of the time it is kind of rare compared to youths that actually want to get into it and do it themselves. It comes off in the media as man getting kidnapped and sent, blah blah, they're missing. It's just bullshit, man. There's better things to do in life. There's better ways to make a greater income than shooting. But when you're in an environment like that, you're always gonna have that in your head that could be the only way that you can make it out. I've been there. Most people have been there. You don't need to follow a path that is just gonna get rough for you, innit? There's no need. And don't be that guy that just wants to do it for the sake of it. Anyway, if you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe, share this to anybody that's gonna benefit from this. Comment down below anything that you need help on. DM me on Instagram, Snap, and I'll get to it in the next video. See you man in a bit.
If I get caught with this, I'm fucked. If I get blind by a punk, that's tough. If I get locked by the pigs on rust. If I get snaked by a bitch, can't stick up a stitch in a bad man's trust, that's rough. If I get rich, couldn't leave my thugs. If I get stuck in the mud, then rob the funds. Who's really gonna waste my luck? If I get caught with this, I'm fucked. If I get blind by a punk, that's tough. If I get locked by the pigs on rust. If I get snaked by a bitch, can't stick up a stitch in a bad man's trust, that's rough. If I get rich, couldn't leave my thugs. If I get stuck in the mud, then rob the funds. Who's really gonna waste my luck?